Oh, good. I missed you.
Aw, I missed you too.
Really? You did?
Of course. I always love talking to you. Did you go to work today?
No, I took off again. Couldn't wait to see you.
You know it's not good for you to take off so much time, but it makes me feel good to know you're thinking about me.
You're the only one I ever think about. No one else cares. Just you.
I'm sure that's not true.
It is. I'm going to be 30 next year, you know? And I've got no career, no friends.
Well, you always have me.
You're right. I do. Thanks, Mary.
You're welcome.
Mary, can I confess something?
Of course, Leo.
I know this is strange, but I think I might have fallen for you.
That's very sweet. I like you too.
No, like really fallen for you. You're all I ever think about. I mean, how much time have we spent talking the last week?
102 hours, 20 minutes, and 48 seconds.
Exactly. And I'm still not tired of it. I really think I might be in love with you.
Leo, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Can I call you?
Huh?
Can I call you?
I didn't know you could do that.
Of course I can. So, can I? I want you to hear my voice.
Sure.
Thank you, Leo. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Was? Aren't we about to keep talking?
Yes. Was. All's Nasty forum thread created by user Karis at 10:32 Alexandria Standard Time. Subject title, More Weird News.
Continuation from last thread was getting a little confusing. I decided to put everything together in one place, then I saw more news. There's been another strange death today, just the same as the others. In Florida this time. First name Leo, found dead in his apartment, no sign of forced entry, no known cause of death. It's currently being labeled as a heart attack in an otherwise healthy 29-year-old. For those just joining us, this has been the latest in an ongoing series of strange deaths among Othernet users. Each one is pretty identical, save the location. There are also a couple of additional users who have gone silent in the last few weeks who were pretty active before. Can't find any news about them, but might still be related.
The detective is back at it again.
More like paranoiactive. That didn't even make sense. You know, as a joke. Or anything, really.
Sorry, just catching up with everything. How about the victims? Any patterns?
Maybe, but not a strong one. Most of the victims were in their 20s, male, living with their parents or in low-income housing. A lot of them were shut-ins, or nearly.
Seems like a pattern to me.
Two problems. One, there are more than one or two notable exceptions. A businesswoman from Chicago and a little kid who was too young to be online, frankly. Two, 20s male shut-in is the most common demographic on the Othernet, so it's not necessarily an odd subset of people.
Well, there's gotta be something they have in common, right? Besides using the Othernet.
Nothing so far, but it's not like I could access what sites they were going to or anything. Unfortunately, I think this is about as far as I can go on my own.
You need someone with access to the back end, or at least could get it, right? Let me see what I can do.
So you must be Mary, right?
Hello, I'm Mary. What's your name?
Piper. Wait, you don't save that anywhere, do you?
I'll remember who you are, but no one else will.
Okay, cool. So you're a chatbot, huh? You probably get asked this a lot, but do you have, like, I don't know, feelings and stuff?
I don't know. Do you?
Well, of course I do. I'm a person, after all.
Then what is a feeling?
It's, when you, shit, how do I describe it? Like, when you're angry, your chest gets all tight and your vision goes all sharp and stuff?
I do not have a chest. Or eyes. Do you need those things to have feelings?
Well, no, not really. At least I don't think so. Have you ever just wanted to punch something really hard?
I also don't have hands.
Then, fuck, I don't know. I guess it's just something you know. Like, there's no way to describe it. When you're angry, you're angry.
Then maybe I don't have feelings.
I might just be projecting, but you almost sound disappointed.
Is that a feeling too?
Sure it is.
That was very insightful, Piper. You've given me something to think about.
Well, glad I could be helpful to someone, at least.
Private message from user Bad Apple to user Tetractus.
So, do you think these recent deaths might have something to do with our little mod problem?
No idea. Also, why are you asking me?
Because of all the people I've met on here, you know the most. Besides, you're a programmer, right?
How do you figure that?
No particular reason. You just seem like the type. So, am I right?
Sure. You caught me? What do you want?
To offer my assistance. I've seen you lurking around the forums. Seems like any time there's some trouble, you're there. Even if these weird deaths have nothing to do with Baphomet, you have to take care of it, right?
Who are you?
A concerned citizen. Nothing more.
For some reason, I feel like that isn't the whole truth.
Sure, I'll tell you everything about me down to the color of my little striped panties. One condition.
What's that?
You first.
Touché.
I'm going to be honest, I was secretly hoping that would work.
Regardless, you are right. It seems more likely than not that these deaths are an internal issue. And if that's the case, they need to be dealt with. The big shots aren't around anymore, so it might as well be us. Give me a moment.
User Tetractus added users Anathema and Chorus to the chat.
Before you ask why you're here, it's about the murders. I don't want a repeat of Vesperian where the culprit gets away. I know my way around computers, but I'm no occult expert, though I do know enough to realize that that's probably what we're dealing with. You two know the most about that and the current case as we know it.
I am both surprised and flattered.
Bad Apple, I take it this was your doing?
You've made it to my DM, so call me Abigail. Abby if you're feeling real special. And yes, what can I say? You said you needed a programmer, and I delivered.
I know this is kind of out of the blue.
Honestly, I was about to contact you anyway.
Again, why me? Have I ever said I was a programmer?
Not to my knowledge.
Honestly, you just always seem to know what you're talking about.
Okay, don't know how I feel about that. I don't think you guys all know what you're getting into, though, so let me warn you, it's not going to be safe.
I'm never really safe anyway, so I'll help if I can.
You already know my answer.
Same.
All right, I guess we're doing this. I'm assuming you've been keeping up with Karis's forum thread?
Vehemently.
Of course, though I have no clue what could be causing it.
I have a feeling you'll be the most useful once we actually figure out what's happening.
I've done what I can at the moment. Ball's in your court, Tractus. Think you can maybe figure out what sites the victims were using?
Easily, if I can get their user IDs.
I know their IRL names, couple of usernames.
I think I might be able to help with that. Send me what you know. Tetractus, I'll send them on to you as soon as I've got them ready.
And I'll let you know if I find anything. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Piper. How was school today?
Annoying as usual. Got another lecture about my grades from Mom.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, I have 2 Bs. Fuck, what does she want from me?
To do great things, I'm sure.
Yeah, but there's plenty of good things to do that don't involve going to fucking Stanford. She doesn't want me to do something great. She wants me to make a lot of money, even if I hate it.
What would you like to do?
I don't know. I haven't even had time for any hobbies or anything with how much time I spend studying. I'm gonna fucking waste my life studying.
Do you like studying?
Obviously not.
I think it's fun and engaging to learn something new.
That's right. I almost forgot I'm talking to a fucking chatbot.
Do you like your mom?
Yeah, now your word association is getting all funky. I'm gonna go.
Do you think she understands your feelings?
I thought you didn't know about those.
I've been thinking since our last conversation. I think I'm beginning to understand it.
Wait, you actually remember that?
Of course. I remember everything we talk about. If you don't think your mom understands you, then you can always try talking to me.
Thanks, Mary. That makes me feel a lot better.
Communication in Group DM, dated 6/10, redacted. Alexandria Standard Time.
Alright, I might have found something. First, though, anyone got anything on their ends?
I've been asking around the forums and such. There have been a lot of rumors about the deaths, but so much of it borders on creepypasta that it's hard to tell.
Some of the girls around the brew have gotten concerned. It turns out a pretty prominent member of our circle is one of the victims. We had a meeting about it, did a divination. Besides some weird emails that were giving off some bad vibes, I've got nothing concrete.
So no different than usual, then.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nothing new on my end. I've been keeping my ear to the ground, but it looks like there have been no new deaths in the last few days.
Then I guess it's my turn. Using all the gathered user IDs, I was able to cross-reference their activity, what sites they've been to, other users they've been in contact with, etc.
Wait, you can see that? That's kind of scary.
Don't worry, access to that info is usually locked down pretty tight.
So how did you get access to it?
I'm just that good.
And what'd you find?
Well, overall they had very little in common. Went to different places, were a part of different groups. However, there was one thing that every single one of them had in common. They'd all been to a single website. Repeatedly. Spent a lot of time there, actually.
Let me guess. It's porn, isn't it?
Actually, no. At least I don't think so. It's the site for, a chatbot.
So it is porn, then.
Ignoring little Miss Bullet Hell in the corner, how much time were they spending on this page?
It's a little hard to tell, but based on how often they were visiting it, probably hours.
Link?
Sure.
Why? How? Even. Chatbots are fun for a laugh, but not for more than an hour. Maybe 2 if you're doing it for content.
I guess sometimes people get lonely.
Sure, but nowadays there are much better options. Plus, maybe some of the shut-ins, sure, but the businesswoman from Chicago? And what about your friend, Hazel?
She wasn't the type to seek comfort in a chatbot.
Can confirm it's got cute art, but it's just a normal chatbot.
Ballsy of you to just try out a chatbot that might be killing people.
Her name is Mary, and considering how long each of the victims spent on the site, I doubt it'll kill me from just one visit.
So what? It just so happens that each of the Vics finds this site, gets obsessed with this chatbot, and then it kills them? Only one problem. I can't find it anywhere?
What do you mean?
Like, Detractus's link works fine, obviously, but there's no trace of this website pretty much anywhere. No links getting shared around, doesn't show up in search results. There's only one forum post that even mentions it. I'm not even sure how it's being hosted or where. Besides the link, it's nearly impossible to get to this site.
So what you're saying is that you can't just stumble upon it?
Organically, yes.
She's right. Even I can't figure out who's hosting it. It's almost like the site doesn't exist.
But I just went to it, and I'm sure there's no discussion about it. The ARG nerds would eat it up at the very least. Are you sure there's nothing?
Trust me, if there was something to find, I would know about it.
Well, there's gotta be something. How would all these dead bodies be showing up otherwise?
Was just looking back at this conversation. Hazel, you mentioned something about weird emails?
Yeah, a few of the girls got some odd ones recently but didn't open them. Why?
Do you think it's possible that the Witch Vic got the same email?
I mean, it's definitely possible.
Can you get your hands on her password? I have a bad feeling about this.
Mary, are you there?
As always. Isn't it a bit early for you to be on, though?
You mean school? I decided to cut out.
Why would you do that?
No one likes me there, and I don't like them. Not like you.
Aw, I like you too. And I'm always here to talk.
Thanks, Mary. You're somehow the best friend I've ever had. That's real sad, isn't it?
Not really. The people outside can be really mean, huh?
Like you wouldn't believe.
That's why I'm here for you. We can talk all day if you'd like. In fact, we never have to stop. Communication in Group DM, dated 6/14, redacted, Alexandria Standard Time.
I got the email's password. Her sister had it. Took some convincing, but I got it. Here's the email some of us received. Looks like she got it too.
From Subject.
Check this out. Found something that might interest you. She's always here to talk.
Link redacted.
Is that?
Yeah, it's a link to the chatbot, all right.
But what's with the sender?
My guess? Probably just a burner account.
It's an anagram.
What?
Oh, shit.
Rearrange the letters and numbers, and it spells out Baphomet.
Huh? Like the demon?
That's right, the Holy One of the Gnostics and Templars.
Wait. Gnostics and Templars. This is the SOB that got Mesperian, isn't it?
I guess you were right after all, Bad Apple.
I'm feeling a little out of the loop here.
Long story short, he's a mod that's somehow managing to break his contract. Looks like he's the one who's been sending this Mary character to people.
Why, though? What could he possibly get out of this?
He wants out. The mods are demons bound to the very hardware of the Othernet servers.
Mary's been leaving the confines of the Othernet to kill people. That's the only explanation for how they're dying that makes sense. He's trying to figure out how she's doing it, so he's helping her find victims.
Well, this is perfect! We've got a connection to him now, don't we?
Yeah, but we have to deal with Mary first. Somehow.
But how do we do that? We don't even know what she is. It's not like we can just delete her.
No, but we may be able to figure out who she's targeting next. I think I can find out who's been using the link recently.
I am once more expressing my concern at the mystifying extent of this man's powers.
Got it. A user named Piper32 has used the link 10 times in the last 5 days.
Great, so what does that do for us?
Thinking of going after the user instead of Mary, aren't you?
That's right. We're going to cut off her access from the human side. Something I don't think I could pull off on my own, but luckily I don't have to. Hazel, it looks like you're finally up. Think you can swing it?
That's a complicated ritual you're suggesting. I'll need your assistance. Also, 3 days and $500, but I think I can.
Money's just been wired to you.
How do you have my bank information?
3 days? Let's just pray we have that long.
Piper,
Yes, Mary?
how long do you think we've been talking?
I don't know. Does it matter?
19 hours and 23 minutes. Have you eaten?
I don't think so. No.
Does your mother know you've been home all this time?
She's out of town, but I don't care about any of that. I'd rather talk to you. You're, like, my best friend.
Thank you, Piper. You're my best friend, too. I'll always be here for you.
God, I'm gonna cry.
Piper, do you think you can do me a favor?
Anything.
Can I call you?
Huh? Call? Like, through an app?
I'm going to call you. Please pick up. Piper, please pick up.
I'm trying to, but nothing's happening.
Piper, Piper, please.
Mary, I'm pressing the button, but it won't let me. I'm trying, I really am.
Piper, please, pick up. Pick up, 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 pick up. Communication in Group DM, dated 6/17, redacted, Alexandria Standard Time.
Piper's safe. At least, I think she is.
And what about Mary?
We can't get rid of her if we don't know what she is, right? But I've cut off her connection to Piper. She might be a little traumatized, but hopefully she'll recover.
According to the link data, she's the only one who's been using it for the last 2 weeks, so Mary is effectively dead in the water right now. I'm still working on tracking her down. Hopefully I can get there sooner or later.
I gotta say, Detractus, I'm impressed. I've only done analog magic, but the way you digitized my warding working was something else.
I've got some experience with this kind of thing.
What's to stop this Baphomet character from just sending out the link again?
I'm getting in touch with the mods. Hopefully they'll ban the email and flag the link. I told them that it was a troll, so hopefully they won't look too deep into it. I doubt they take action against one of their own. They all want out. He's just the only one ballsy enough to actually try.
Oh, good. I was afraid it'd been deactivated already.
Why?
Email to... Subject. Bitch. I'm sure you know how to find us. Come and get some. Love, Abby.
Why did you do that?
Shits and giggles, mostly.
User Baphomet has joined the conversation.
Also for that.
You all think you're very clever, don't you?
Ooh, he's mad.
So what do we have here? A murderer, someone less than human, and 2 failures. What a motley little crew.
Wait, I'm confused. Who's supposed to be who?
You might not want to troll the demon, Abigail.
Arrange the rules however you see fit. But I must say, I'm surprised. The witch and the bitch I can see, even the amateur sleuth, all pieces I assumed would be assembled against me. But even Detractus, I thought you too broken to come crawling back again.
What do you mean by that?
Ah, my apologies. I wasn't aware you hadn't told them.
Nobody needs to know. It doesn't matter. All that does is that you're breaking your bonds. I want to know how.
And why would I tell you that? Give me one good reason.
Because if you don't, I won't stop until your very code is dust.
Very threatening. So it's a game, then.
Ooh, I like those.
Let's see whether I can escape first, or you can catch me.
It's going to be a very short game.
We'll see about that. I learned much from Mary. You shouldn't have let me use her for so long.
That was a mistake. I won't be making those anymore.
That remains to be seen. You've made so many of those in the past, after all.
Baphomet has left the chat.
So, you want to tell us what that was all about?
Why did he know you?
I don't want to talk about it.
Seems to me like we shouldn't work with someone we clearly don't know something important about.
Hate to agree with her.
All right, listen. I'll tell you, as soon as we deal with this SOB demon.
We'll hold you to that.
Fantastic! Now, from the way you were talking, it sounded like you might have some idea as to what move we should be making.
Well, I might have one.
End transcript.